Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm here with another recipe. This one is going to be a Spanish pernil. It is basically a half, well, you can use a whole pork shoulder, but I'm going to use a half pork butt, which is a pork shoulder really. You're going to need 2 packages of sazon, some garlic powder, some pepper, and some of this, which is the green one. I never could pronounce that. And also some sofrito, and you're going to need about 5 cloves of garlic. So I'm going to go ahead and wash this off. If you're new to our channel, please hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and also leave in the comments below how you thought this recipe turned out. In the meantime, I'm going to set my timer on my oven for 325. So I'll be right back. Let me go rinse this off. Alright guys, as you guys can see, I have cleaned up my pork. This is the best part, guys. If you guys don't know, you know now. So right now, I have opened my sofrito, the green one, and I also peeled my garlic there. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go and use our handy dandy chopper that you guys, if you guys watch my channel, you know that I do not chop anything. I always use this handy dandy chopper. It's quick and easy and saves your fingertips. Black & Decker. Ready? Voila, it's done. So we're gonna add that garlic, that chopped garlic, into this bowl right here. And then we're gonna also add 1 tablespoon of this, 1 tablespoon of this, 2 packets of sazon, and some garlic powder, and some black pepper. So when I mix it all up, I'll show you exactly what it looks like. So as you can see, I've added my garlic. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a tablespoon of the green stuff, and a tablespoon this stuff. And then I'm going to add the rest of our ingredients, which is the 2 packets of sazon, the garlic powder, and the pepper. As you can see, I have chopped that all up and mixed it together, and that's basically what you're looking for, that consistency. And I actually only used 1 packet of sazon. I'm going to save the other one for the seasoning on top of the meat. So I still have my garlic powder and my pepper, which I did add in here. But this right here is basically to stuff inside the meat, to flavor the inside of the meat. So that's why I do this. So let's go ahead and get our meat, and we'll show you what the next step is. Alright guys, as you can see, this is the top part. This is what you're going to put, this is going to be facing this way when I bake it. But I'm going to tip it over like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife, and I'm just going to make pockets inside the meat. Pockets like that. See how that pocket looks? I'm going to do that all the way around the whole meat. So this way the flavoring that I just mixed together can go inside those pockets. So when you cut your meat up, you're going to taste that flavoring. So we're going to make a couple pockets on each side of the meat, and then I'll bring you back to go on to the next. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've made a pocket here. There's a pocket here. Another one in here, and then I flip this thing over, and then as you guys can see, I got another pocket here, another one here, another one there, another one there. So yeah, so you want to make a bunch of pockets, and then what you want to do is you want to take your seasoning like this, then you want to take that and put it in there, but I usually use my hand so I can put seasoning in there. You want to stuff that garlic and that seasoning inside that meat. This way it's nice and flavored when you cut the meat open. Alright, so let's flip this over. I did put another pocket on the bottom here. So stuff that in there. And flip it on this other side. And on the other side, I made pockets as well. It does have a bone in the middle, so there's not too many pockets you can possibly make because you're going to hit the bone. But you take the rest of it. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the pan now. Alright guys, so it's in the pan and I'm going to take the rest of this seasoning, this little bit of seasoning I got left in here, and I'm just going to rub it all around. You don't want to poke holes in the skin, just the meat, not the skin. Because you want that skin to be nice and hard and crunchy when you're all done with it. Alright guys, so I think we seasoned that enough on all sides. We're going to go ahead and sit this thing back up. Alright, so it's going to sit up just like that. I seasoned to all the sides. Now I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands, and then we'll go ahead and finish seasoning. Alright guys, so when you're working with this stuff, this sazon stuff, you can use gloves because if you don't know, it will stay in your fingers. So yeah, you can, your option is to use gloves if you want to. So we're going to go ahead and season the top of this, and I have here my garlic powder. I'm going to go ahead and season the top of that and all around. And then I have my pepper. Season that all around. And then I just pulled out a little bit of adobo. I'm not going to add a lot because I don't want to add too much salt to it. So yeah, so that's basically what, if you were to make a whole pork shoulder, which in Spanish they call it a pernil, this is how they do it. I don't know if I'm missing something. If I am, please leave it in the comments below, but I've always made it like this and it tastes absolutely amazing. It does take a couple hours, like not 2 hours, not 3 hours. This right here will probably take about 4 to 5 hours, and I'm going to leave it on 325 for now. But in the midst of that, we're also going to add a little bit of water to the bottom of the pan. I'm going to just add enough just to coat the bottom of the pan. Not a lot of water. This is just to base the meat. Now, the trick to basting the meat is also you don't baste the skin. Because if you want a crunchy skin, you do not want to baste the skin. So all you want to do is basically just base around it. Maybe flip it to the side and then base it that way and then flip it back. But leave the skin side up and do not base it. So like I said, my oven is on 325. We're going to go ahead and put this in the oven. Now again, it's going to take a couple hours. So here it is in the oven. And we're going to let that cook for a couple hours. And then we'll be back to show you what it looks like. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so the pernil was in there for about 15 minutes. And then I decided to take it out and put some aluminum foil on it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the oven. It's still on 325, so I'm going to let it cook for about an hour and a half. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn the pan and then cook it for another hour or so. So stay tuned for when I take the top off to see what it looks like. Alright guys, so I just took it out of the oven. Let's see what it looks like so far. Ooh, it's hot, hot. It smells good, right? I already said, oh, it smells good. Mmm.
What is that?
That is a pork.
Oh.
Ooh, hot, hot.
A ginormous pork?
Yep. Alright guys, so that's what it's looking like so far. I'm going to baste that bad boy up a little bit and we're going to throw it back in the oven. Alright guys, so we're going to take our little squeezy thing here. Squeeze up some of this juice here. I'm just going to base it around here. Don't baste the skin, remember what I said. Just around the edges.
Which part is the skin though?
Turn this around. We'll base this part. See, the pork does make its own juices, so with the little bit of water that I did put in there, it It made its own juices. I'm gonna baste this. See the little holes in there? Squirt some in there. All right, guys, so as you can see here, it is starting to fall apart. And that, oops, yeah, it fell apart. That's basically what you want. That's the consistency you want in the meat for it to start to fall apart. So we're just gonna go ahead and baste that part. Look at those juices. Yeah, so it's starting to fall apart. When it falls apart, you want to put it all, you know, just take it apart. Almost like a pulled pork, but it's not going to be a pulled pork. And still, the skin right here is still soft because, you know, like I said, it was topped with the aluminum foil. So this skin is really soft. So we're going to go ahead and throw it back in the oven for another hour and a half so we can get that skin nice and crunchy and hard. But other than that, it looks like it's pretty much done. But we're going to let it cook another hour and a half. So there you go. So we'll see you in a little while. Don't go anywhere. It's all done. That's what you want it to look like. And you want to hear that. Hear that? It's nice and crunchy. See, like that, crunchy. That's what you want. Nice hard pork skin. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, we'll see you then.